Hi guys! Today's video is going to be a chilled out and relaxed one. So we're going to do some lap time with the pigs and I'll run through 6 simple tips for helping your piggies and you relax when you bring them out of the cage for cuddles. So although lap time is supposed to be a lovely, chilled out activity, great for de-stressing and bonding with your guinea pigs, unfortunately sometimes it's just not. Piggies can easily get nervous and anxious being out of the cage, and if you have a few or a group of them all out at once, then they can just get on each other's nerves and start nipping at each other, which is just not good for anyone's well-being. If you feel like your pigs just aren't enjoying lap time and you wish they'd just relax and maybe even eventually fall asleep on you, then these tips will help. Just before we start, remember that lap time is part of the taming process and should be done in combination with other methods for building trust with your piggies. The first tip is, if possible, take your piggies outside of the room where their cage is for lap time. If they know the cage is nearby, they'll just keep trying to head in that direction as their cage represents the ultimate safe place to them. Taking them away to another room might sound cruel, but it means that they aren't preoccupied with trying to get back to the cage all the time. Next up, have a box or some other container close to you that you can put your piggies in for toilet breaks. So after my last video on litter training, and it means that I clean up 400 guinea pig poos a day, we all now know that guinea pigs poop and pee a lot. It's a struggle for them to go longer than 10 to 15 minutes without peeing, which isn't usually enough time for them to get properly chilled out and relaxed enough to enjoy lap time. For me, I find it really useful to have a big cardboard box like this lined with newspaper and hay so they can have a toilet break and a quick munch if they need it. And tip number 3 is about setting up. So set up the area for lap time in advance and use a waterproof fleece pad over your knees, or if you have 3 or more piggies like me, then you might find it easier to lay a waterproof liner or pad down on the sofa next to you. This way you don't have to constantly worry about them peeing and it getting through to your clothes or anything else. And then along with the liner, it's a good idea to use 1 or more fleece blankets to let your piggies snuggle up in, rather than a smaller sized cozy bed. So especially with young, scared piggies, a bed or a sack might actually cause them to annoy each other and nip at each other and just get generally stressed out, as they will all want to squeeze into it at once. And if you haven't realised by now, usually guinea pigs don't like sharing their personal space at all. A fleece blanket gives them lots of flexible space to hide in where they don't have to be too close to each other. Tip number 4 is to combine hand feeding with lap time. This works really well to reinforce the fact that you mean good things, and good things are vegetables. Favourites tend to be fresh leafy lettuces and herbs such as coriander. This helps tell your guinea pigs that coming out for lap time doesn't have to be a scary experience, and it has the added bonus that they will get more sleepy after eating, making it more natural for them just to want to relax and snuggle up on your lap. Next up, talk to them and listen to them. So if they are quite anxious at being away from the cage, then they might start making a constant and rapid sort of warbling noise. This just means that they don't like the unfamiliar surroundings and they are a bit on edge. You can make them stop doing this noise and calm them down by talking to them calmly and stroking them. And also give them somewhere in that fleece blanket you have on your lap where they can be partially or all under cover if they want to be. It's probably best to be in a quiet room to start with, but once they're more used to lap time, you can take them out while you're watching TV or when there's background noise going on, and they should grow to get used to that. And tip number 6 is to get into a routine of doing lap time. If you want your piggies to become more tame, then lap time is one of the best ways to go about it. But you need to do it often enough so that they start to remember it as a nice experience and not a scary thing that happens to them. So if you're a busy person, maybe you can try and do lap time once or twice a week, or more often if you've got a bit more time. And don't forget to use it as an opportunity for you to de-stress as well, because when your pigs start to calm down and chill out, you will too. I hope these 6 tips come in useful, especially if you have already given lap time a go but given up on it. Have another go and hopefully you'll soon start to see your piggies relaxing more. And let me know if they fall asleep on you. It's like the ultimate thing to aim for, and it's really rewarding and super cute when they do this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, then please click that thumbs up and leave a comment below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye! Silence at last. Willow's fast asleep. You can tell because she gets the ear twitches.